Hello, teachers. Hello, hello. Yeah, let me see if I can. Yes, right? Yeah, now we can see everybody. Everybody can see me. Hello, teachers. How's everyone doing? Hello, Jackie. Hello, Dai. Angela, Thais. Hello, everyone watching here on YouTube as well. Hello, Tia Márcia. Hello, hello, Bianca. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Ready to talk about consistency? Olha lá, minha gente. Olha lá, meu povo. Precisamos falar desse assunto. Yes, I was listening to Jamiroquai. Do you like it? I really, really do. Hello, Raquel, Lucas, Márcio. Just a kiss. That's it. Bora falar de consistência, meu povo. Olha só, deixa eu. If you're watching here on YouTube, you can write in the comments. If you are here on Instagram, then you can watch and write the comments here. Como enviar mensagem direto para você? No DM messages from Instagram. Just send a message there. I'll see it or the team will see it. Okay, somebody's going to see it. So, first question to you, teachers. What is consistency for you? And I'm talking about your business as an English teacher, okay? How do you see consistent playing a role in the things you do? And do you consider yourself consistent? Do you think you are a consistent person, right? In the things that you do, in the steps that you take. Raquel's getting ready, right? And this topic came up in the last sessions I've had with teachers, and by seeing what teachers are doing here. And as you know, I'm always watching. I'm watching Wazowski, always watching. I'm watching what teachers are doing. And I see that some teachers keep a consistency, others not so much. Some teachers expect things to happen even though they have no consistency, even though they only tried once, even though they've done just one or two things. And I think it's important for us to talk about this topic because you have to know what you're maybe doing that doesn't work the way that maybe you're dreaming it's going to work. How do you believe anything that you build, anything that you grow, anything that you plan to see happening in your life? How do you believe these things are going to be? You're going to be successful at doing these things, that these things are going to give you the results you expect if you cannot measure and if you don't do it over and over again, right? Diane is saying, as a teacher, I believe I'm very consistent in many aspects, but on Instagram, I confess I'm not. So let's think. Hello, Ju, long time no see. Let's think about the goals you have for your career, for your business as an English teacher. Some teachers want to have more students, like, oh, I want to have 10 students, 20 students. I want to start having groups. I want to release my online product. I want this, I want that. We all have our dreams. We all have our plans and goals, which are very different things, right? Dreams are just here in our imagination. But when you have a plan, when you have a goal, when you have an objective, then you know exactly what you have to do. A dream is just like, you know, I wish I could, I don't know, spend two months somewhere, right? But the things that we want, and when I'm talking about the goals that we have, and once you start following me here, and once you start taking part in our courses and our mentoring programs and our workshops, like the one that's starting next week, you learn that you have to decide what you really want for yourself as an English teacher. It was even the post from last night. And once you decide what you want, now it's the time for you to do everything that needs to be done so that you achieve that goal. Sometimes we'll have to break that goal into smaller goals, which is fine, right? We have the final destination, and that's okay, that's great. And maybe we overestimated, maybe we underestimated our time, ourselves. Maybe we assumed that it would require a certain amount of time, and we have to adapt it. No problem, right? Being a business person, and today's the day I'm having a meeting, an entire day meeting with my group mastermind, and we were talking like about the things that we were doing, and everyone is always redefining, redesigning, and reorganizing their businesses. So according to the new goals that we have, and the things that we tried and they didn't work. However, I see that many times teachers want something. They're like, okay, Camila, I want to start making 10K a month. I want to start working this at this time. I want to stop working on the weekends. I want to start my online course. And I'm like, cool, awesome. I'm here to help you. You were talking to the right person. And then the person does one thing. The filhote de ganso does one thing. They're like, mas eu já fiz tal coisa, eu já fiz isso aqui. And I'm like, okay, you did it once. It's not eu já fiz. You did it once. You have to do it over and over again. Everything you learn with the workshop, everything you learn with BTE has to be done over and over again. Otherwise, you will never be able to see what's working and what's not working. There's some teachers, and then I'm going to get what Dai shared here. Some teachers that with just a few posts on Instagram, they start attracting students. Great. So they see that, opa, I recorded this reel here, and 4 people came to have classes with me. Or I started posting, and with 3 posts, I already got some people to want to have classes with me, while others do the very same thing and then don't get any student. And then they start thinking, but fulano's lucky. Or I don't know, there's something wrong with me. But neither teacher had the consistency to measure, right? To see, okay, I've been doing this and it's not working. I've been doing this and it's working, right? It's like when students say, mas eu já tentei estudar inglês assim, não funciona para mim. Sim, né? Você nasceu alecrim dourado, né, Lônia? Adoro esses casos, adoro. Entenda, eu adoro com muita ironia. Eu já tentei. Não, você não tentou comigo, você não tentou direito, você não fez com consistência. Ixi, né? But also, remember that we are teachers and we're people. We make the same mistakes. We do the same things that our students. And many times it's because of a lack of consistency. Or even for the illusion that things will happen just like that. And there is no success case. There's no teacher that has been successful and has achieved their goals with us, with BTE, who didn't keep the consistency, right? But I see at the same time many teachers who get tired before they develop any kind of consistency. So it's like, are you studying every day? Are you posting every day? Are you studying your audience every day? Are you finding new ways to show yourself to everybody? Are you activating your network all the time? But I already did it. Então faz de novo. Because if you did it once only, we have no way to measure. And that's the first benefit, the first positive side of being consistent. When you do something consistently, then you can measure, right? Then you can measure it. And you're like, okay, I've been doing this for 2 months, 3 months. I did it 10 times, right? And then you can see that day it was good, this day it wasn't. I've been doing this and I've been getting good results. So only by being consistent can you measure your progress, right? So let's say I've been doing lives every day here. And since January, last year I would do lives twice a week only, right? And sometimes I would do a little more, but it was Mondays and Wednesdays only. And it was at a different time. It was at 11 a.m. And I had a certain result with that. A certain number of people watching, a certain number of a certain amount of feedback, right? And the results that we have here were one. And then I'm like, okay, let's change this for this year. And I'm going to do lives every day, Monday to Friday at noon. It's a different time. If I had done it once, and I did it the first time, and I had fewer teachers watching, if I had only done it once, I could think that, não, lives at noon don't work. Volta para as 11, porque é melhor. But because I've been doing this consistently since January, can I see that, opa, this time is actually better than 11 a.m. This time has been bringing more teachers that see me and participate daily and share a lot and send their questions and join us and become part of our tribe. So with time, and now we're getting to August. With time, we see like, okay, so by doing that, changing the time, by switching the time, doing it every day, we're having good results. Let's continue doing that. All right. So having sessions a certain way, posting things a certain way. Oh, we're trying to post at this time. Many times teachers say, what time is the best time for me to post? I don't know. And then like, oh, there's this time, like you have to figure out with your audience, but only if you do it consistently. Oh, I posted something at 8 a.m. and it was horrible. Start doing that all the time at 8 a.m. Start building that consistency in your audience's mind. Then you can say if it works or not. Something that I've been able to measure. Whenever I post reels, I post them after the live. So it's like 1 p.m. And most of the times, 99% of the times, when I post my reels at that time, they have great numbers for visualizations and comments and interaction, right? Sometimes, I don't know, for whatever reason, they don't. But it's never terrible, right? But it's like, why didn't this one work? But it's just one day out of, 200. So no problem. But I've tried. I'm like, okay, posting reels in the morning, at night, on the weekend, at different times. But doing that consistently gave me the idea that if I do it this way, I'll get better results, right? Posting every day instead of posting every other day, the reels, right? I did one and no student came. Okay, you did one. You have to do more, because then you can measure. And the second thing that is that you build with when you are consistent, it creates the accountability in you. If I am committed to being here with you every weekday from Monday to Friday at noon, it makes me accountable, because I have to be here. I have to think about what I'm going to bring to you. I have to bring something relevant. I have to see what teachers are saying and doing and the challenges they have and what they've been communicating with me that will be something interesting for them. So I am responsible for the results I'm getting to. Because, okay, I tested the technical part. We usually have from 30 to 60 teachers watching simultaneously, sometimes more, right? Some days I get more comments later, I get more messages later. So I make myself accountable for bringing things that matter, bringing things that will make a difference to teachers, to the teachers' lives and days, right? And Bruna's saying, yeah, your consistency makes me know that at 12 p.m. you're here. I have lunch with you, Bruna. Awesome. One day I'm going to start bringing food to really eat. But that also, Bruna, thanks for sharing that, because it brings to another point that consistency gives you, which is your reputation, your authority. I'm going to be here because I'm here, because I'm punctual, because I bring relevant things, because I am that way. Then you start to trust me. Then you're like, if I ever start one of our courses, if I ever become part of her mentoring program, I know she's going to be there. I know she's not going to fail, right? I know that Marina is saying, can't wait for Monday. Marina is sure we're going to be there on time. And if for any reason in this universe we're not, it's probably because of the internet, but we were there. If you are not, your students, your future clients have no idea of what kind of professional you are if they can trust you. And thinking of working online, there is no touch, there's no store. There's like, I saw, Rafa, Inglês com Rafa, but I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's a scam. But if Rafa is there every day, same time, consistently, talking to students and showing that they know, that Rafa knows what they're talking about, then it's going to be easier for the person to send you the message that you want so much. Como funcionam as aulas com você? Preciso aprender inglês. Quanto custa a tua aula? Because you already show that you have a reputation, and you're building your reputation of being frequent, of being trustworthy, of being stable, of being consistent, and bringing things that matter. So you are selling yourself, and you're building the authority that many teachers, they say, but how can I start? I don't have an audience. Nobody knows me. How are people going to buy from me? How am I going to sell my classes? Well, first you have to show who you are. First you have to give. Before you ask people to hire you as a teacher, you have to give them a lot. And give what? Quality content consistently. Right? And there, for better or for worse, there are many professionals that don't deliver, that they're not there, that they're late, that they say it's one thing and it's another. And it's good for you, because now, after being here and after joining our tribe here, you know that that's not the kind of person that our tribe of best teachers ever is about. You are going to be ahead of so many other professionals. I don't know if we can call them professionals, because you're doing what your clients expect. You're being there on time. You're being consistent. They can count on you, right? Carlinha said, I trusted you straight away. Carlinha, then that's great that you mentioned that, but I'm sure that there were some processes in your mind. Maybe it's just like, oh, I like her. Bateu santo. And it really happens. But if you had liked me at first, but sometimes she's there, sometimes she's not. She's always canceling the lives. She said the workshop would be at this time, but they were not there. And they said they were going to send this, but it didn't. And then you would probably say, ela é legal, mas eu não sei se eu posso confiar nela. Eu não sei se eu vou colocar aqui o meu tempo, meu dinheiro, meu investimento nessa pessoa. Maybe you wouldn't say it, but that's what your mind would be reading. Hello, Faye. So as an English teacher, and for many teachers who are starting to be in social media and to deliver their things here online, be consistent. And it doesn't have to be every day. Okay, Camila, I cannot do lives every day. First, because I'm not comfortable, I don't know. But okay, every Monday at 5 p.m., I go live and I talk to whoever's there with me. So if it's every Monday, your audience is going to know that you're there every Monday. So do what you can. Posting. Sometimes I see teachers that post 10 posts on the same day, which is not a good thing. But they're like, today I'm so creative, blah, 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 blah. Instead of posting one a day, at the same time, so you know that in the morning there's going to be a post, or in the afternoon, or whatever time you choose. And that's building a routine, building the stability that people need to see that, okay, so this person plans, this person knows what they're doing, this person organized the way to deliver things to me. So you are selling without saying, olha, minha aula custa R$100, vem, estude comigo, vagas abertas. Which is lame, right? So you're selling the quality, you're selling the trust, you're selling the, look, I am a serious professional. This is not an extra for me. This is a serious thing. I have this schedule because I talk to you. So reputation, right? You're there, and you don't have to say anything. You don't have to explain why they can trust you. They already understand. Like Carlinha said, I trusted you right away. I didn't have to prove anything to her. But because of my actions as a professional mentor who helps English teachers, she said, nossa, só pode dar boa. Nessa sequência aqui, tudo que eu tô vendo, essa organização, só pode ser bom. All right? And one more thing about being consistent, when you share a lot, when you're there all the time, sharing your ideas in classes, videos, posts, articles, if you're using LinkedIn, it makes you relevant. because maybe you're starting to talk about something you believe, right? So let's say somebody, a teacher here decided that they're going to talk about the fact that you don't need to use translation to learn English. And for many students, that's shocking. It's like, como assim? Right? Como que eu vou entender se eu não falar em português? And that's your thing, that's your flag. Just as an example, okay? Anything that you believe is true about learning English. You have to practice every day. Classes in the group are better. Classes one-on-one are better. Online classes are whatever flag, whatever thing you decide to defend, right? If you say it once, it's like, será? Pois é, faz sentido, não sei. But if you are there every day, talking about the things that you believe in, the things that you live, you see me here every day talking about teachers that can be better, that can have their own businesses, that can make 10K a month, that can have a full schedule, they can have a better life, they can have quality of life, they can have all of that. I'm saying that every day, with different words, with different topics, but it's all to empower teachers. So my message is a lot stronger because I say it all the time. I say it all the time. I'm like, yes, you can. I just posted something in the stories. After you finish this live, go and see that. Abençoado, né? Colocou, 10K per mês. It's a fairy tale, blah, 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 ha, ha, ha. And I'm like, pois é, mentes limitadas, vidas limitadas. Because that's that kind of thought, that kind of belief that I fight. I declared war to teachers that are like, não, nunca que eu vou ganhar 10 mil. Imagina, nunca, vou ganhar 10 mil só no ano. I'm like, é? Vem cá pra você quebrar a cara gostoso. Vai quebrar a cara gostoso comigo. That's my, personal pleasure. But if I just say it once, you're like, pois é, there's just that person, that said that we can. But you see me talking about it here. You see my reels, you see my events, you see everything, and you see teachers that took the course with me and are living that life. You're like, cara, não tem mais, não tem por onde eu fugir. Que eu vou, what's my objection? Right? And that's true. And I'm like, I know, even though I get really, annoyed by a comment like that, I'll love to see a person who believed it was impossible to say, pois é, estou ganhando tudo isso. Olha, Camila, like many teachers that share the print screen of their bank statement. Fechei 12 mil esse mês. It is not only possible, but it's already happening to many teachers. I know it's something that shocks people at first. It's like, o quê? And I'm like, yes. With consistency, you're going to get there. But if I said it only once or every once in a blue moon, you're going to say, será? Não sei. And for many people, it's so daring. It's so difficult to believe because they never thought, maybe like 10K is so much money that they don't even know what they would do with that. And it's okay, right? But once you start to see the first time, you're like, será? And then the second time, no, the first time you're like, não, tá louca. And then the second time you're, será? The third time you're like, pois é, tem gente que fez. And then fourth time, será que eu consigo? And then you're like, olha, eu acho que dá. And then you start to be more familiar with the idea. And once it's possible in your mind, they're in the end of the story, right, filhotinhos? But we need consistency. I need to be consistent in the message I send to teachers, because if I believe it, if it's the transformation I want to bring to English teachers, I have to show that every day. So I can change people's minds first, because you have to believe it first. Otherwise, you're never going to take any step. You have to believe it's possible. You have to see yourself on the way, at least. Right? I believe in you. I know it's possible. Yeah, English, but sometimes I don't see it happening to me. Why? Then let me use the same example in inglês, One Tree Hill. Você é o alecrim dourado que nasceu cagado. Né? Tipo, com todo mundo acontece, mas comigo não. Por quê? O que você tem de tão especial que você não pode? Me conta aí a lista que eu vou ter o imenso prazer de quebrar todas as suas objeções. Right? Fê said, a year later joining this program, I'm working from Costa Rica, making more than that, and more importantly, living the life I've always wanted. In a year, right, Fê? In a year. So Fernanda's, working around the world, from around the world. BT is a change of mindset, and it's the first step, right? It is happening. It is happening to so many teachers, right? Camila, eu sou concursada na rede pública e estou pensando em largar tudo para investir como teacher independente. Estou com medo pra caramba, mas não aguento mais. Gosto de azul. Você não vai largar tudo, não. Você vai fazer uma transição. A hora que você perceber você mesma que não faz mais sentido você ficar na rede pública, você não vai ter que nem perguntar para mim o que você faz. Vai ser tão óbvio, vai ser tão assim, tipo, gente, o que eu tô nesse negócio aqui ainda? Mas é uma transição, não é um pulo. Tá? E medo, prazer, bem-vindo ao mundo. A gente tem um estoque de fralda na BTI. Beleza? Todo mundo tem medo, não se preocupe. Todo mundo tem. Alright? But with consistency, again, nothing is going to happen if you just like, today I decided to do it, and today I'm full of energy, super motivated. But if you don't continue doing that, no one can help you, right? And the last thing, guys, when you are consistent in your message and start thinking about what message you want to share, sponsored by Pampers, that's it, Faye. I'm going to call Johnson & Johnson and ask for a sponsor, for them to sponsor BT, because, oh my God, right? As if fear was not part of life. When you decide what you're going to say to your students, and that's why I am so tough about English tips, right? It's not that you cannot share these things, but you have to have a point with the tips you're sharing. It's not just like, oh, I saw that in somebody's post, let me copy that. It has to be relevant to your audience, and it has to have your voice. So, okay, I'm going to talk about this thing about English, but I'm going to talk about this thing with my words, in my world, with my voice to my audience, right? So if you start doing that consistently and your approach to the language, to teaching the language, to learning the language is consistent, you become relevant. Something that many teachers ask me, it's like, Camila, there's so many English teachers out there. How am I going to stand out? How am I going to be someone? There's so many people selling the same thing. There are many people selling bosta. There are many teachers selling English classes. You're not selling English classes. You're selling a life-changing experience because English changes people's lives. But you can only be relevant if you share your message consistently. If you don't, people will say, pois é, mais uma diquinha de inglês. Engraçadinha. And Vitor said, hello, Vitor. Eu fiz essa transição, voltei da Inglaterra em 2017, com uma mão na frente e outra atrás. Fiquei mais de um ano trabalhando como Uber, enquanto eu arrumava meus primeiros alunos. Vitor, eu já ajudei um cara que ele não era professor, ele era engenheiro. Ele ficou, acho que uns 2 anos desempregado, trabalhando como Uber, até ele conseguir o emprego dos sonhos dele. E, nossa, gente, assim, é a transição, né? Exatamente isso. Oi, Camila, eu trabalho em Boston, USA. Hello, Bianca. Acabei de começar e não sei se foca no público do Brasil ou, Bianca, você vai focar no mundo. Você vai trabalhar online, você pode ensinar quem você quiser. O mundo é teu. Não precisa fazer essa escolha, ok? Ludmila said, I'm afraid I'm not having success posting the English tips. Lud, você não vai ter mesmo se as tuas posts, se as tuas English tips forem puras, assim, tipo, não fale mais, how are you? Tipo, né? Why are you saying that? Why are you sharing that? Why does it matter to your audience? Make that relevant. And by defending English, the way you teach all the time makes you stand out as an English teacher who has relevance in the market, right? Ou se foca em brasileiros em Boston. Bianca, você vai ter que ver quem que vem mais, mas o mundo é teu. Teaching online. Ó, a Fernanda que tá aí tem aluno do mundo inteiro. But I know they have to see my face and I want to have success. Ludmila, if they don't know you, there's no way you're ever going to be successful, okay? O único perfil que tem sucesso é aquele The Gringo Dictionary, mas eles não vendem nada. Então, se é isso que você quer, né? Não tive tempo para fazer transições, mas vinha me preparando já desde o começo da pandemia. Essa semana, mais 2 alunos ingressaram comigo. Consistência, constância, and that's it. That's it. Jonathan, yes, it's a transition. I'm a designer who's tired to work for others. I want to be free teaching English, and I will. That's it, Jonathan. If you decided that already, nothing's going to stop you. But you have to be consistent on this growth, on this development, on this transition, all right? It's not like, tomorrow I'm going to wake up another person. Não, gente. Só o filme da Disney. All right? Como trabalhar com grupos online se ainda não tem nenhum aluno? Não trabalha, Renato. Começa com um aluno. Né? Não começa com grupo. Don't bite more than you can chew, right? The problem you face is to work out the time zones. Yes, Faye. That's true, right? If you have students from other countries, then you have to see the times where they are. But again, guys, for your classes, for your business, for yourself, for your health, for your family, for your relationships, consistency is the key element for you to grow. We can only learn if we are consistent. So, okay, I'm getting students like this. And let me just use the question that Renata said here about teaching groups or working online, teaching 101. By consistently teaching one student, 101, teaching private classes to one student, will you be able to form a group? Eu nunca fiz isso, então não tem nem conceito, não tem de onde parir o grupo. Não tem semente plantada. You need consistency as a teacher, teaching 101, so then you go to your groups. And it's not going to take forever, but we cannot skip any steps, right? Acabei de concluir a faculdade, hello, Rafa, de inglês, e vou começar o mestrado. Quero começar a dar aulas particulares, mas não sei como começar, e também estou com medo, mesmo sabendo que dará certo. Medo faz parte, né, Rafa? Você já entendeu aqui que medo, tipo, bota ele sentadinho do seu lado e acabou, né? Querer começar, não sei como começar, você sabe sim, Rafa. Você vai clicar. Eita, voltamos aqui, uma ligação. Sabe como começar sim, Rafa. Você vai clicar no link que está na bio do meu perfil e se inscrever para o workshop The Way to 10K. Quem não sabe começar, vai aprender segunda-feira. Ok? Teacher, a gente não sai de faculdade nenhuma, a gente não sai de curso nenhum, de viagem nenhuma para o exterior, sabendo montar negócio de aula de inglês. Ninguém aprende isso, ninguém ensina isso. A única pessoa que ensina isso sou eu na BTI. Então, não sei, vou aprender com quem sabe. Pronto. Tô com medo? Beleza, senta o medo do seu lado, bota a fraldinha, and that's it. And that's it. Right? And don't feed, the fear. Don't feed these, pensamento de bosta, these shitty thoughts. Don't feed them. Like, mas e se então? Se cair um raio na tua cabeça, você morre, amor. Não precisa se preocupar se vai cair raio na tua cabeça. But if it's raining, don't go swimming when it's raining. That's it. Right? So this is what we have to do. And all teachers who are making progress, and last night we had a session with BTE where many teachers share the amazing results they're having, is because they're doing things consistently. I've been talking to people, I've been prospecting students, I've been studying this thing here, I've been posting, I've been doing this, consistently, so they see this is working, this is not working, this works better this way, that works better that way. People are calling me because they see me all the time. I'm becoming relevant. My message is getting to my audience. Consistency, right? Just by doing that doesn't cost anything. You will see huge results, huge differences in everything you do. Hello, Aman. It's not ifs and buts. That's true. That's true, Andrea. And if we stop being that way, and if you just do it, and I remember, guys, that when I started my independent life, I started doing lives every Tuesday. And I did it for more than a year and a half. And there were many times there was like one person watching, two, three, no one, six. But I did it all the time. Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., I would go live and talk about learning English, right? And everything that people could do, they couldn't do. Ta-da-da. And that brought me so many clients. So it was not about the number of people that were watching the thing. It's basically everyone who had come talk to me to start to hire me. They were like, eu assisti os seus vídeos, eu tenho assistido os seus vídeos. And I'm like, so they're working. Let me continue doing that. Okay? Being consistent is a hard thing to do, but I am sure that if you have a plan and organize things properly, things will start happening. Rafa, being consistent is a hard thing to do. Being poor is a hard thing to do. Working a lot and making little money is hard to do. Making little with your classes is hard to do. Having a schedule that is overwhelming and stressful is hard to do. Choose your hard. Choose your hard. Working with people you don't like is hard. Working for people you don't like is hard. Choose your hard. Ok? Eu comecei a dar aulas mesmo estando no intermediário, já consegui 10 alunos. Comecei no Insta agora. Sim, comecei e tô constante. Você acha que o Bruno Hunzinski vai dar certo ou não? Alguém tem dúvida que essa pessoa vai dar certo? Já está dando certo? E só vai melhorar? Alguém tem alguma dúvida? Moro em cidade pequena, já comecei trabalho de divulgação para uma escola. As pessoas querem saber quem eu sou e como trabalho. É mais interessante isso do que saber onde a escola está e se já tem aluno. Jonathan, everywhere, in your city and outside. Let people know you're a teacher. You're doing it right. How did you feel before you realized it was working? Raissa, I didn't feel anything. I just did what I had to do. If you're talking about the lives, right? I did what I had to do. My mentor had told me about it and I started doing it. I started using all the videos and I didn't think, I'm like, I have to do it. That's it. It was like I had a client at that time. And I would use it the best way and analyze it all the time, measuring and being relevant, being noticed. No feeling about it. It's just, what's your feeling about brushing your teeth, Raissa? How do you feel when you brush your teeth at night before you go to bed? You just do it, right? Isn't it good for your teeth? Don't you want to keep your teeth for as long as possible? We do it, right? It's the same way. We have to choose the hard we want to deal with. You're right, Mel. I got 2 students due to my post on Instagram. Thanks, Andrea. Thanks for sharing that. Eita. I really have to block all the calls here because they start calling during the live. Conversation or grammar, which market share is more interesting to start? There's no market share for conversation and grammar. There's a market for English. There are many people who want to learn English. Okay, grammar is not a niche. It's not a market share. My LinkedIn is very quiet, but a student told me that she just decided to study because she saw me there every day. Fernanda Camacho is being very consistent, right, Fê? And it turned out a light inside. I need to start studying. There you go. All right. O Instagram tem sido meu cartão de visitas. Todos os meus alunos foram através dele e um indicando para o outro. Instagram is rock. That's true. That's true. All right, guys. So Instagram really works. It does work, Andrea. You're right. So choose the consistency you're going to keep. Choose the message that you want to share with people. Choose to be relevant. Choose to build an authority. Choose to build a reputation as an English teacher who offers quality, who solves people's problems, right? And then you're going to see the results you're going to get in your career, in your money, in your finances, all right? English Zera. How do you prepare yourself for the live? Sometimes I'm afraid I couldn't keep up with the live and get to a point where I wouldn't have anything to say. I usually, the ideas, English Zera, come from the courses I take, the books I read, the talks I have with teachers. And just for you to see, this was my preparation for today, this here. I'm going to talk about consistency. What does it matter to do? Okay, that's it. Why? Was I born this way? Or after doing more than, I don't know, 700 lives, did I develop this skill? All right. It takes me no time and effort to plan for a life now. Hello, Mars. BT is not only about knowing what to do, it's about being part of a community and getting the support to be consistent. Because sometimes we're tired, right, Marcio? Sometimes we're not in the mood. Sometimes we're not very, not very happy. But it's not about how you feel. It's about your goal. It's about where you want to get. It's about the difference you want to make in the world, right? Camila, just passing to let everyone know that you are #1 mentor for English teachers. Hey, Carol, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for being here. And that's the kind of teacher we have at BT, guys. Teachers that see the world this way, because we can only see things that are inside of us. So you can only see that, you are the best mentor in this because you have this greatness inside. If you are poor inside, if you're dark inside, you cannot see light outside. So I see comments like that, and thank you so much, Carol, as the light inside of you. The light inside of you, right? And we have to share this light with people. And we have these things here, YouTube, Instagram, that are free for us to be relevant, to be consistent, to be known, and to make a difference, right? That's when we hear Agiliza. Sometimes I say that to myself too, mas Agiliza, minha filha, ela vai, não pensa muito não, vai. It came from my mom, André. Minha mãe que era a pessoa. Agiliza. Dona Ivone, obrigada. Ter medo pode até ser algo bom, Vitor Sen. Por exemplo, o medo de ficar em uma saia justa durante as aulas quando eu estava começando como teacher, mas me fez estudar muito para me sentir confiante. É isso aí, Vitor. Pega o medo e faz uma coisa boa dele, né? Cara, eu tô com medo de não saber. Estuda mais, se prepara. Não é? É isso. Só que a gente só cresce com consistência. Nossos alunos, o que vocês falam para os alunos? Dá para aprender inglês estudando uma vez na vida ou na morte? Não, tem que ter. You got the message. Okay? Teachers, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for so many teachers that are here basically every day watching the lives with me. It's such a pleasure to be with people like you. I feel really honored to be with teachers that see the world this way, that want to make an impact this way, and that you are here together to do it. You saw the post today, we got to 19,000 followers. Thank you. And the workshop's going to start on Monday. So if you have already registered, save the date, set an alarm, Monday at 8 p.m. If you haven't yet, click the link that is in the bio. Somebody asked me the other day, what's bio? Click my name here. You're going to see the description, who I am and what I do. And there's a link. Click there, register, be there on time, and start being the best teacher ever that you can be today. All right? Thank you, teachers. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you tomorrow, consistently doing lives at 12 p.m. every day. All right? Beijos. Take care. Bye, teachers here. Thank you for being here as well.